Good evening, traveler, and welcome to the Penumbra. Take your seat, please. Take your seat. The junction lies ahead, so if you'll allow me just a moment. We are now approaching Fort Terminus. Our next stop, the battle at World's End.
Do you see that? I think this mine shaft ends up ahead.
Oh, good. Any further and what's-his-name would have to carry me.
Carry you? You can walk fine.
I don't like the idea either, but we all have to compromise when things get difficult.
Come on, we're almost there. What? The end of the hall is just some cloudy glass?
You mean this whole hallway just led up to a big window? I can't even see through it.
That's no window. There's something magical about this gate. Let me take a closer look. Oh, just as I thought. A sonic bubble. And a big one, too. Oh, and it's squishy.
Sonic bubble? Like it blocks sound or something?
Very good. Whatever's on the other side must be very secret. Want to take a peek?
No thanks. Shouldn't we find Sir Angelo and Sir Caroline first?
You two said they went this way, right? If they were ahead of us, they must be in there. Where else could they be?
A very good point.
But there were two mine shafts, remember? What if we didn't end up in the same one as them?
A very bad point. Boo! Hiss!
It's true!
True or not, it's bad, because it doesn't involve going through this fascinating magical filter. Which is what I'm going to do, right now.
Guan Yi, wait! Guan Yi? Guan Yi!
What do you think happened to her? Is she dead?
I don't know. It's not like we can hear her out here. I think we have to follow her in.
What? Why?
Think about it. Even if Sir Angelo and Sir Caroline went down the other mine shaft, it's not like we can follow them. There's all that rubble in the way, and if they can't deal with this big monster, whatever it is, then we might have to. And I get the feeling that the more we separate, the more trouble we'll be in.
Right. That makes sense.
So, you ready?
I can be ready. Together.
Together.
Whoa.
We're outside? Saints, we're actually outside. On a huge balcony outside of Fort Terminus.
We're standing on a point that reaches past the terminal waterfall, Rilla. Past the edge of the world. Amazing. I never thought I'd see anything like it.
What was that? Did the boulder just move?
I don't think that's a boulder, Rilla. The threads and I think it's...
Weapon. Or the weapon in its cocoon, at least. Oh, pure fear makes the most beautiful silk. Look at its shine and shimmer when it moves. Watch it reflect the unknowable shadow faces of creatures beyond our comprehension. That's it. That's it. I can't wait another moment. I must wear that silk.
What?
Rilla, and, whoever you are, have I ever asked you for anything? Ever?
Yeah, you asked for the thumbs of a sentient creature, which is kind of big.
And did you deliver on those thumbs? No. So that, my pretty Rilla, means that you are in debt to me. And you ought to know that a witch's interest rate grows very, very quickly.
Rilla, you did what?
I'll pay you with something else later.
You'll pay me now.
Guan Yi, are you threatening me?
No! Maybe. Well, if I am, it's only because you're both being complete idiots, the both of you. Look at how close to the balcony that silk is sitting. If you don't get it now, it could fall off any second. And then it would be gone. Gone forever. And right now, that's just about the most terrifying thing I can think of. Ooh. Yes. This is definitely that big buggy spear magic at work, isn't it? That's cute.
It's trying to turn us against each other. And it almost worked. I don't think we can do this without Sir Caroline and Sir Angelo. We have to leave now.
I don't think so. Party's over, dudes.
The pigs, again, of course.
Horse!
Lucky trotter. It's candy canes and the witch again. And the mean night lady ain't even with them. Oh, dude, this new guy looks like a total pushover, dude. I can't wait to chow down on some man ribs.
The door, now!
I'm trying, sweets. I'm trying, but this sound bubble we're in only goes one way.
Ready,
I'll
candy
have to break through it
canes.
somehow. But it's going to take a minute.
I don't think we have a minute.
My eyes! My eyes! Someone shot me in the eyes!
Oh.
Don't worry, bro. I gotcha. My eyes!
Ah!
My phone! My little... What? I got my phone! Damn it, Trotter! I can't understand a word you're saying!
Then perhaps I can clarify, O sullen swine.
What? Who's there?
Why, none that should surprise you, porcine prince. My coming was foretold from your first glutton's breath, from the first bones you broke, from the first flesh you slathered on. I am a force as inevitable as the waves' own crashing, as endless and eternal as these terminal falls. You beasts are want incarnate. You feed, squeal, and scrabble for every living moment, but control not a second of your own actions. Your hungers guide you, and not you your hungers. And today, they devour you whole. I am your end, beasts of desire. I listen to my heart. I let it guide, not steer. And this is why I am tranquility itself.
Damien!
My love, before I deliver these pigs their spitted heads, I must apologize for my previous behavior. I left our citadel in search of you, but nearly lost myself in the process. I have returned now, and I'll show you precisely what a tranquil night can do. Now, demons, prepare to meet your end.
Sir Caroline. Nightmares continue into the day. In this hot, hot world where fires burn from all sides and people walk slack-eyed and hollow from room to room. All is quiet save the crackling. I never remember writing down the nightmares until I sit to record the next one. I'm not sure I send out the letters at all. I don't know where they are, if I've let the fires eat them, if the shadow monsters take them while I sleep fitfully, a few minutes at a time. Just dreamed in the cocoon again. I'd separated the specks with my fear, delayed my second birth to do it, and there they were, scattered in groups 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, separated for slaughter. I rested. Could not have been for more than a moment. And then I looked again, counted again, and suddenly they were so close to me. 3 of them, so close to my cocoon, and then the 4th rejoined them. The thought makes me want to scream until the screams echo into my cocoon and ripple into my unformed skin. I took care of him first. I took care of him hours ago, and it barely required a fragment of my effort. He was already frightened of the lizard speck, of the human speck, of the 2 specks together, of himself. I only opened the doors around him and pushed. It should have been enough. Why wasn't it enough?
And cut this lizard's throat.
Damien, don't, please!
You can't do it, can you, honeysuckle? Silence, beasts, or I'll...
You, Damien, I can't believe you'd really...
I've done nothing. Nothing at all. He just started screaming. I didn't... Oh, Saints, I
As
didn't...
if a human weapon could cause such incredible... Ah!
Aram!
Rilla's, stay away from him! This must be another trick, another illusion.
I'm a doctor, Damien. This is my job. So if you want to get to him, you'll just have to stab me first. Aram, I'm here to help. Tell me where the pain is.
The keep is in danger. My swamp is being attacked.
But who would... Why?
I don't... I had a plan to escape, but... Oh!
Oh, Saint Damien, how she talks to him.
Aram!
Is there any purpose to this torment, Saint? The shadow play without meaning, a labyrinth at my labyrinth's end?
Damien, please. I know you don't understand everything that's going on right now, but I need your help now, and I don't have time to explain.
But you and him and the way you look at each other...
Damien, we don't have time for this. Yes, me and him, yes, something happened there. We can talk about all this later, but right now...
Something happened?
Later, Damien. Right now, we have to get Lord Aram out of here. We have to. Aram, I'm looking through your stuff. Let me get those satchels on your belt.
No. Don't.
Yeah, a great embarrassment to be saved by a human. Whatever, you'll get over it. Give me the bag. All right, got it. Let me see what you brought. This is nothing. No wonder they let you keep it. It's just a bunch of dirt. Saints, of course, Aram, that's genius. There.
Rilla, what are you doing?
Making a decision because it's not like either of you are helping. Keep. Use this dirt to grow a door to the swamp of Titan's blooms. Keep.
You idiot. If that worked, don't you think I'd have done it by now?
How am I the idiot? This was your plan.
This cell is built of anti-magical stone that the keep can even send its pain to me as... Oh!
Is what, Aram? Is what? Lost him again. Damien, help me!
Rilla, my love, I don't understand.
And I get that, Damien. I really do. I don't know what I'd do in your shoes right now, because I know you probably need time to think to figure all this out. But if his keep's in danger, then he's going to die. I don't know what to do, and no matter how anxious you get over the little things, Damien, the fact is that you're better in a crisis than anybody I know. And I love that about you. And we need that, Damien. We need it now. So please, help me.
Better in a crisis.
Damien?
Saint Damien above, lend us your tranquility.
Okay, Damien. I understand.
Oh, Saint, if it be the will of tranquility, then lend your hand in this lost hour. I lean on you for guidance, for succor, in a realm ever lost in a desert maze of darkness.
Damien, don't stop.
Saint Damien, we beg that you lend us your spear to pierce the veil that keeps this beast from home. If it be your will, if it be your will, as it is mine.
Saints above.
The doorway. But impossible.
Damien, you did it. You prayed and this grew, and I have so many questions, but... Damien?
Something happened.
Yeah, Damien, the portal happened. You did it.
Not that. You said something happened between you and Lord Aram. What was it?
Does that really matter right now?
I think it does.
Come on, Damien. It's fine. I've thought about it a lot, and I feel like I figured it out. We can make this work, so if you just listen...
Figured it out? Lord Aram? What happened?
Nothing more than passed between us, honeysuckle.
Between you two?
Nothing but emotions.
A duel, the third round of which I believe I still owe you.
But see, it's all okay. This is even better than I thought it would be because emotions, that's all that happened with us too, right? Just
more than that happened. I have heard it myself.
It didn't. Damien, you're being paranoid.
Do not tell me how I feel. I did not treat him so familiarly and expect you to catch up, my love.
But he's in pain.
I did not think of ways that we could make this work. I did not place this newcomer, this monster, whatever my feelings towards him, on the same ground as you, with whom I've shared years of life and light without even speaking to you.
Damien, stay calm.
And now, by my own hand and my own saint, I've committed heresies twice over, and you tell me it's fine? That you figured it out?
I can't help how I feel, Damien.
Nor can I. Farewell.
Damien, wait. You don't know what's in that fortress. Damien!
A dead end. Fitting enough. Look at this place. This blasted corner of a ruined fortress. Organized, but to what end? Soil spread in even rows, the hollow corpses of trees standing in soldiers' lines. Is this what passes for a garden with these beasts? I will at least attempt to fill my flask here. Cursed water or no, it matters to me no longer. Drink now the devil's water, eh? Mud! All of it, mud! Mud in my canteen, spilled upon my armor, and still I die of thirst in a garden where nothing grows. Perhaps our master tracker was correct when he observed no signs of life upon the terminal shore. A barren land, this, a realm where nothing can live, not beast, nor man, nor saint above. So this marks the place, does it? The final moment in any tragedy, the only stroke that supersedes the grave, my fall. Saint Damien. Oh, Saint, I do not understand. Did I not dedicate myself to your principles unflinchingly? Did I not fold away my every childhood hour in the pages of your scholars? It was by their authority I became a knight, you surely recall, though but a drop of blood before my eyes was enough to drop me in a faint. Saint, I have given all to you, the direction of my life, my every waking thought, and now I fear my Rilla. I've nothing left besides my beating heart, and if you but asked, I would open my bone cage and invite your long-dead fingers in. I have given you everything, Saint, and this is my reward! I still remember when first I felt your spirit touch me at the bank of a grand and winding river. Father had taken me for missionary's work, to spread your word and the word of your brothers in the western wastes of our continent. I see those lands even now in dreams, those ruby golden leaves that dressed the ground, beauty and blight enmeshed so tightly that one became the other. St. Damien, I was terrified. And then the water. I was a fragile child. I would amount to nothing, my father said, for however much I learned, I could never demonstrate it. I would study your texts late into the night, would cling to them, desperate as a log in rapid waters, and still, when he would question me the next morning, nothing. I would feel paroxysms twist in my body, my fingers, toes, stomach, shoulders, throat, and soon My every muscle would grow so tight that not a single thought could squeeze into my voice. You remember my fear towards those waters in the western wastes, my saint. I would not go near them. I could not swim. The children in that village mocked me. Father only watched my cowering. And in his eyes I saw such a look I'd rather drown than have his glare upon me twice. Then Father overstayed his welcome, insulted the wrong man, I think, and blighted by their parents' poisoned words, the children set upon me and cast me into that ever-raging river. I was certain I would die, Saint Damien. I, who feared the dark, the height at horseback, the humble caterpillar, had been thrown into the ripping rapids of the western wastes, and though I wrestled for air, I could find not a breath of it. I was consumed by visions of my fate, a terrible, violent drowning, and then the long, long fall at the western end of the world, where all its rivers ended. I was certainly, unquestionably doomed. And then I heard you in my mind, my soul, and you said, "Be calm." Be calm, young Damien. Cease your thrashing. Let the waves be a second skin to you, and find tranquility in stillness. Precisely that. In days when you spoke to me, in days when you did not leave me to linger lonely at your heel. But on that day, I listened. I let my limbs go slack. I breathed, and I let my thoughts run with the rapids below me. I understood, oh saint, how I might be submerged in that river, but the river could not consume me. That it could only run past me, over my skin and through my hair, and if I let it act just so, it would not harm me. I closed my eyes, and when I opened them again, I was lying on the shore, my heart slower and my mind clearer than ever before. How could I not pursue that feeling, St. Damien, blessed once with respite from my constant pains of chest and mind? How could I not redouble my efforts to find you where you were? To read so deeply of your scholars' texts that I knew at last the only place you truly lived, in helping others, in standing dire conflict so they might not, in the life of a knight. You demon. Oh, you wretched demon. To come unto a child and tempt him with tranquility, to make him yearn for it, need it, and then to forsake him on a whim. You are chemical, Saint Damien, not alchemical. Your tranquility is a sham, and you are nothing. But without your direction, what will I do? What is there left to do when one is not told? When 1,000 years of scholarship can no longer schedule every second of one's life? Oh, my soul, my heart has left me. My heart, my heart. Your heart, your heart, your heart. What was that? I thought I heard. But no. In a monster's den, one cannot trust one's senses, not eye, nor ear, nor even mind. Poisoned all. And then what? Can it even matter what one does if one can believe nothing one sees or thinks? Your heart, young Damien. Listen. Your heart. My heart? Oh, you've given yourself away, devil. It is only the monster that listens to himself above others. What should make my heart so special, eh? What? Answer me, villain! The water, young Damien. Listen. The water. Simple tongue, your fork has crossed its tines. The only water here is muck, unless you'll have me imagine waters too. The stained glass shattering, the torches that illuminate it turn to spouts. No water but this! The waves. A second skin. Waves. I'll wager there lies not a single wave within 100 miles of here. Waves of all... Waves. That's right. I am underneath the terminus. Waves rock high above me. I cannot see them, and yet I know that they are there. No, that too could have been an illusion, and then...
Be calm, young Damien. Cease your thrashing.
Saint? Please, Saint Damien, don't leave me. I cannot find the truth, no matter how I look. At every angle lies a gap in what I know for certain, and the bedrock is cracking, St. Damien. The very foundation of all I know crumbles beneath me. When my love can ally herself with a beast, when I feel such emotion for whom I should fear to look on.
Find tranquility in stillness.
I have tried, my saint.
Find tranquility in stillness.
I have been still. I have stood stalwart with the values of my citadel, and yet the world around me changes, shifts until to stay still seems madness, but to move, to budge a single inch would constitute heresy of the highest order. I have stilled to the cracking of my bones against the tides of time. I have stood still, even at the crashing of the mightiest. Waves.
Let the waves be a second skin to you.
Waves move. That is, in fact, all that separates a wave from the water that surrounds it. Its rise, its fall. To float still in that which moves is to move. Yet I have stood against that motion. My second skin has compelled me to the direction I must take, and in response, I have torn it from my flesh. It was I who forsook you, Saint Damien. I used my heart to seek your tranquility, to find your teachings, to change myself. And once I'd changed enough, I declared the task complete, never knowing that it was the change that brings tranquility, not the lessons themselves. Is that correct, Saint Damien? A sign, please. Do I understand you at last? But isn't that your way? No true wisdom can be told, only learned, observed, upon the bed of time's ever-changing river from those who ride it with us. My heart and every person I most love have gone but one direction. That one of them is called monster is immaterial. They are far ahead of me on that path. A moment to collect myself, and then I will join them, tranquil at last.
If you've enjoyed this tale, please consider donating to the Penumbra on Patreon. Our artists work tirelessly to bring you these stories, and if you have the means, we hope you will support our efforts. Every dollar helps. You can find that page at patreon.com/The Penumbra Podcast. If you support us on Patreon at the $10 level or higher, you will receive access to commentary tracks like this one, from actors Jason Mellon, Melissa DeJesus, and M. Sutherland.
In like an old-timey portrait, would it be like a rough?
Ooh, no.
Or would it just be leathery, flappy, wingy bits?
You've just opened up so many possibilities. No, it sort of lays flat most of the time, but then when he gets excited or wants to get big, or then it can. When he starts yelling at his honeysuckle, he's putting him in his place.
Good lord.
What?
You can also support The Penumbra by liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter at The Penumbra Pod, following us on Tumblr at The Penumbra Podcast, telling your friends about us, telling your friends to tell their friends about us, and especially by rating and reviewing our podcast on iTunes. Every rating, comment, and kind word spreads our stories further and inspires us to keep creating more and better tales to come. We would like to give special thanks to all who support us on Patreon, but especially to Minchowski, Amy Tombleson, Ezra Acton, Ota Arcana, Backtracks.fm, Garrett M., Jay Yanazelli, Karen ZH, Reagan, Kim Zeigen, and Jamie Gunter for their incredibly generous contributions per episode. Thank you. Did you know that the Penumbra has merchandise for sale? It's true. The Penumbra has partnered with DFTBA to bring you the posters, shirts, and pins your heart desires. Just go to dftba.com and search for the Penumbra Podcast. This tale, The Battle at World's End, was told by the following people: Melissa Anulat as Rilla, Jason Mellon as Talfrin, Melissa DeJesus as Kuan Yi, Stuart Evan Smith as Porcus, Michael Underhill as Trotter, Matthew Zonzinger as Sir Damien, Noah Symes as Lord Aram, and Kat Buckingham as Queen Mira. The Penumbra is created and produced by Sophie Kaner and Kevin Vibert. If you wish to know more about our ever-expanding, infinitely creative team of artists, musicians, editors, designers, and managers, you can read about them in the show notes of this episode. I'm afraid this is the end of the line for today, dear traveler. We hope you will ride with the Penumbra again soon.